This 26-pound monster isn't a ghost, but it is a white Casper pumpkin. So let's get this carved up and ready for the freezer. Stick around. You did hear me right. I did say 26 pounds. It's actually a little over 26 pounds. And what I want to do is separate this in half. Some is going to go in the freezer, and then some is going to go in a live stream tomorrow where I'm going to can some of it. So the stuff I'm freezing in about a couple of weeks, when I have time, I'm going to do a couple of videos on how I'm going to cook my pumpkin this year. I'm going to put more into making breads because we really enjoy pumpkin bread. And kind of more than cheesecake and pumpkin pie. We like pumpkin pie, but honestly, we do really like pumpkin bread. So it's got the nice pumpkin smell to it. The flesh looks really good. I am going to keep a lot of these seeds. So if anybody subscribes to me, and next year when they're dry, if you guys want to try to grow some of these, I'd be more than happy to send you some. So what I have found in my travels, in all the years that we did pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, whatever you want to call them when you carve them up, is an ice cream scoop. It just, see how easy it digs it out? You're not fighting with a little spoon or, you know, possibly going to injure yourself because you're trying to cut them out with a knife. And you just go right in. This is an old scoop. I think my wife's grandmother gave it to her. And it just scrapes the inside nicely to get rid of all of the stringiness and the seeds. So you can see in just that short period of time, this half is gutted. Let me gut the other half off camera so I can get this stored away for my live tomorrow, and then we'll be right back. Okay, we are back. So there is the flesh, or the guts, the stringiness, the seeds from the pumpkin. I just have them on a paper plate for now. Some of the seeds I'm going to keep. Some I'm going to roast and eat them with salt and pepper on them. I love that. Or garlic powder. Really good stuff. So, pumpkin. It can be sweet. It can be savory. It can be a lot of different things. I like both. If you cook it right and spice it right, it'll taste a lot like sweet potatoes, squash, because, you know, it's the same consistency. Anyways, so what I do is I kind of just parcel it out. No rhyme nor reason. What I found is it's easier to leave the skin on during the freezing process. I used to cut the pieces a little bit smaller, and then I would vacuum seal them. And then I got thinking about it. I said, why am I putting so much work into it when I can just cut it in sections, put it in my Ziploc freezer bags in bigger chunks, right? And not create so much work for myself. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm chopping it up in bigger chunks. Kind of looks like watermelon, I guess. What I will tell you is from my experience with freezing pumpkins is one of the reasons I like to freeze my pumpkins is it softens the flesh, almost like you had pre-cooked it, parboiled it or something. It does soften the flesh. And then when you go to cook it, it doesn't take as long. So what I will do is I'm going to cut some of this up. Some I'm going to roast. I'm going to freeze it for a week or two. Some I'm going to roast, and some I will boil. Some is going to go into pumpkin bread. Some is going to go into like, so it'll be more like a sweet potato type dish. But that's going to be enough in that one. I'll just knock all the air out of it. I wiped off the skin. This was in my garden. I don't spray any pesticides or anything. In my garden, it's organic. So I'm excited about this. I'm going to have half froze, half canned, because I really want to can some, because then it's already parboiled pretty much in the canning process. And it really won't take much work or time at all to finish boiling it. And you say, well, why are you doing two forms of storage then? I am a firm believer in diversification. As they say, don't put all your eggs in one basket. If I freeze everything and the freezer goes on the fritz, I can lose a lot of stuff. If I have a weather event in Oklahoma, chances are a lot of the canning would be destroyed. And plus, one is more of a long-term storage, one is more of a short-term storage. But I like to do different forms of storage. And the reason I do that also is because I like the fact that when you freeze it, when you take it back out, I just take my fillet knife here, and the skin fillets off so easy after it's frozen. Just like when you do tomatoes, you freeze them and then put them under warm water to skin them. I can just come here with this fillet knife, follow right along the curvature. It just slices right off. Really easy. If I do it now, you can see it's going to be much more difficult to get the skin off. And I'm not going to use a peeler. That's way too much work. So that's the other reason I freeze them for. So I'll do this one, and then I have over 40 plants outside growing, pumpkin plants. So I'll have some sugar pie pumpkins, Connecticut field pumpkins. I'll have hopefully some Seminole pumpkins and fairy tale pumpkins to also put into some storage, and also to use for people that want to make jack-o'-lanterns for Halloween and use them for pies and stuff for Thanksgiving. So that is it, everybody. Like I said, come back in a couple weeks. We're going to take a bag out, and then we're going to process it, cook it, and do a taste test on what I've cooked. So we'll see you then. Have a great day.